Hello and welcome to my absolute favorite viewer. You are in the presence of Roshana the Bull Witch. I had a couple fun requests in the messages that I thought would be fun to read on real quick. One is Jamie Dimon, the CEO for JP Morgan Chase, announced today that, we better be getting ready for a recession. So I thought it would be fun to just read on it and see how likely the United States economy actually is to fall into a recession. And yeah, so let's just read on that. Let's read on what Jamie Dimon said today about the U.S. economy. Are we destined for another recession? I'm going to do the tri-cut. Just for funsies. Okay. Isn't that interesting? Well, by the looks of it, the current situation, being our 10 of Cups, seems pretty celebratory. I mean, look, the kids are dancing. Mom and Dad are rejoicing. It seems like right now people are pretty okay with how the economy's going and maybe how it currently is. It's funny that the thing that's crossing it is the 9 of Cups, which is really about achieving this goal right here. So basically hard work is our obstacle to what's happening right now, or is what's happening to make this happen right now. The Ace of Pentacles. Aces are about brand new energy, good things to come, bringing new things, and this is about money. So I wouldn't think that would be too bad. Although if you look at this as if this is the past position, maybe we did have a new story. The current situation is that, the 4 of Cups. Oh, you're dissatisfied? You got 3 cups in front of you and you're being handed another one and you don't like it that much? Okay, so we're actually in a pretty good place right now. The economy, if you ask me, and you ask most of the people that have been paying $5 to $6 a gallon for gas, they'd say yes. I think that right now, it's not that bad. I paid $4.60 today for a few gallons. The outcome is the 10 of Pentacles, which is a huge amount of money to go around for everyone. Generational wealth coming back into the picture. The dogs are even looking for a treat. The kids seem happy. There's money floating around everywhere. The elder, who I'm looking at as Joe Biden, has sort of made this all happen in this economy. So I don't really think there's anything to complain about there. I think, Jamie Dimon, that you might be woefully mistaken. All right, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that. So yeah, no, we're not necessarily headed for a recession. And if we are, I don't think it's going to be quite as bad for the little people as the leader of the rich people say it's going to be. I think he wants us to be scared. But I'm not scared. Are you scared? Okay. The second thing I was going to read about, which is just kind of funny, is, I'm sure you've been reading about how the crazy person, Elon Musk, if you ask me, he's just a complete nut job. His anti-Semitic posts and crazy person things he says, is that gonna bring him down, bring this platform down? They've already lost millions, maybe more than millions, in advertising revenue because of his behavior. Seems to be spiraling, and now I'm starting to hear people like my podcasters and some of my YouTubers talk about no longer using the platform, which really doesn't matter. It's a huge platform. But if the advertisers stop, how much longer they got? How much longer you got, Elon? Okay, let's give it a little read. Is Elon Musk going to be the end of Twitter? Let's do a tri-cut. Again with that Nine of Cups. Oh, goodness. Well, so this particular Knight of Swords is all about action, and Knights are about missions, right? And in this particular case, this one is charging into battle with no regard for the thousands of soldiers behind him. He's got a mission, and he is not concerned about the repercussions or what could happen. That's the current situation for Mr. Elon Musk. He's riding forth into battle without concern of anyone he's riding on the backs of. And it's emotional for him. He's doing emotional work. I think that this is the advertisers trying to figure out how important Twitter is to their bottom line. And do they want to continue to support this person who's rushing into battle without regard for anyone or anything? In the past, you could see that he thought he was getting a steal for this. He's got the swords and he's stealing away from them, looking behind him to see if anybody saw him stealing. Yeah, we saw you, Elon. We saw you, buddy. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, well, this young, handsome gent has a message. Has a message for you, Elon. And the message is money. You're not going to have any if you keep going the way you're going. And look, here's the outcome. Well, it looks pretty obvious to me. You're bound with your hands behind your back. You're blindfolded and you're surrounded, sort of in a cage of these swords. It's not looking too good, buddy. I don't think that the outcome is going to be what you want it to be. I think it might be more like what the advertisers are thinking when they're going to take their little coin and walk away with it. I just love readings like this that are silly. Remember, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, the last thing I wanted to read on is a little bit more serious. If you guys know me, you know that I'm not a fan of Agent Orange. And this particular election cycle is intriguing to me because while I'm also not a fan of any of the other prospects, I don't necessarily hate Nicky Haley. And I shouldn't say hate because I try not to use that word because hate's really strong. And in order to hate someone, you have to love them. And I do not feel that for anyone on that side. Although, if there is going to be a Republican, maybe one with a tiny, tiny voice of reason, could be not repugnant. So, let's read on the fate of Nikki Haley's campaign. Is Nikki Haley going to make it in the Republican primary? Is she possibly going to beat out Trump? Is it going to be against Nikki Haley and Trump? Let's do a tri-cup. Let me know about Nikki Haley and being on the ballot. Ooh. Well, new beginnings. And swords are all about action. So she's going to do her very, very level best to get on the ballot. And she's going to try to do it by being honest and being someone that people can respect. She's got the ancient knowledge of the high feminine. She has all the things that encompass femininity, including the fertility. Excuse me. She's got spiritual knowledge. This is all crossing her. So she wants to do it. She might not have it in her. She might not have the full high priestess vibe going. The Queen of Pentacles, though, that's in the past. So she had some nurturing someone that was there helping her. And it really helped her get the money together to even make this campaign. This is about nostalgia, so people are nostalgic for the way politics used to be. People would really rather it not be the way it is now. They're looking back towards the good old days when, yes, senators could argue with one another on the floor of the Senate, and then they would still go play golf together on Wednesdays because, after all, they were friends and colleagues. People really want politics to go back to the nostalgic days of just being jerks. This kind of almost goes back to, George Bush, because Dick Cheney was kind of an ass to people too, and frankly, so is Barbara, kind of. But anyway, I digress. This looks to me as if in the end, she's going to have to take cover and escape. I don't know if this is her. I don't know if this is her campaign. But it looks to me like the action is going to be to have to leave the race in the end. Aww. That's sort of unfortunate, isn't it? It doesn't have any, tarot's terrible with timings, so we don't really have any idea as to what the timing could be on this. She might make it all the way to the end and then Trump, lose to the Agent Orange in the primaries. I don't know. But I'm sad my other two readings were so happy and fun one note ending. Well, I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. I do have a series of a couple more coming with regard to some questions that you've asked me about Trump's multiple legal battles that he faces. So I'm going to kind of read on them one-on-one, and I will post those as they come. Thank you, everyone, for your kind support and viewership. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends, and I hope you have a wonderful day.